Lane ceremonies after the program. We move right along in the program here tonight. Your next day feature out of the chute, your USRA B-Mod, set to go 20 times around. 26 starters roll out onto the speedway. Here's your starting lineup. On the pole out of Excelsior Springs, Missouri, the 07 is Daniel Harris to the outside out of Manhattan, Kansas. The 76 is Casey Mullen.
Former hometown of the great Grant Younghands, of course, Manhattan, Kansas. Hadn't seen that hometown in a little while. Inside of two out of Brighton, Missouri, in car number 7L is Trevor Drake. To the outside, your current USRA National B-Mod point leader out of Decorah, Iowa. In the 16D, it's Big Dan Hovden.
Starting fifth out of Urbana, Missouri, the 55 is Colson Kirk. To the outside, out of Rogersville, Missouri, the 32N is Lane New.
To the inside of row number 4, your 7th starter tonight from Polo, Missouri. In the 57C, keep your eyes on him for Chad Clancy. And to the outside from Cross Timbers, Missouri. In the 15, it's Ryan Eady.
Inside of row number 5 from El Dorado Springs, Missouri, the 11L is Logan Smith. To the outside out of Baltic, South Dakota. The number 6, that's Dustin Cruz.
One of the coolest names in all of racing, starting 11th tonight in car number 23 out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. My opinion anyway, Israel Ortega. To the outside out of Max Creek, Missouri. In the number 30, that's Rex Harris.
Inside of row number 7, we talked about him earlier, the decorated veteran out of Bazor, Kansas. The 1K, that's Tim Carrick. To his outside from Lebanon, Missouri, one of the stalwarts in the B-Mod division. The K65 is Chris Jackson.
Much better go tonight for the Fanshawe, Oklahoma driver, starting 15th tonight in the triple digits, 510. It's Cody King. He'll start 15th. To the outside of him, Michael Taylor III out of Kansas City in the 6T.
Starting 17th, it's Braden Jarvis out of Claremore, Oklahoma in the 65. To his outside, John Sheets out of Nevada, Missouri in the 8S.
Inside row number 10 starter, it's Briar McCoy out of Webster City in the number 88. And to his outside, your 20th starter from Fort Scott, Kansas in 28A, that's Andy Bryant.
Inside of row number 11 out of Blanchard, Louisiana, the number 23 is Cody Tupper. To his outside, Jake Richards out of Lansing, Kansas in the 7J.
The Gila Monster out of Springfield, Missouri, mixed tonight's main event in car number 66. Let's see how many spots he can pick up towards the front. Boone Evans, another one to watch, will start along his outside out of Bullard, Texas in the 4 Junior.
And your final 2 starters, these are your C-Main transfer cars out of Springfield, Missouri. The 18M is J.C. Morton, and to his outside from St. Joseph, Missouri. Last night's winner, he's got a long way to go here tonight. Driven the 1X, it's Shadron Turner.
Well, 1 point to make here. We saw Turner won last night. So he starts on the complete opposite end of the spectrum where he won last night. Just want to make this point. I believe I even mentioned this earlier tonight that I saw him come from dead last, and he came from 33rd to do it. He's only got to come from 26th to the win tonight on a very good racetrack right now. It's got multiple groups to choose from. He won last night. I saw him go at Tri-State Speedway. I saw Shadron Turner go 33rd to the win on a Friday night prelim for the 99 Nationals against some very good competition. I'm not going to say he's going to do it tonight, but I wouldn't count it out from happening. Who knows?
As I say, I'll play party pooper here. That 33-car field, how many laps was that, Ray?
33 laps.
33 laps?
Yeah.
Only 20 here, so, you never know. You never know.
You never know. Just something to consider. You never know. Great race car driver won last night. We know he's got a good piece. He'll have to keep it all on all fours.
Absolutely.
But there's also some really good other race car drivers starting up in front of him.
Speaking of good race car drivers in front of him, Daniel Harris out of Excelsior Springs, Missouri, leads the field to green. Off of turn number 4, we're underway for tonight's B-Mod A-Main.
Also, the other point to that is because we also saw Justin Custer go from 25th to the win last night. So who's to say that it cannot happen again here tonight in this A-Main for the B-Mods?
Certainly could, but not a good opening lap for Turner as he's still tailback on the field. Front of the field, the 07 Harris leads lap number 1. He's got all kinds of pressure from the 7 of Trevor Drake.
And they'll make contact. The 07 car finally gets it cornered there. And here comes Hovden. He'll scream to the outside. They'll go 3 wide for the race lead. In the middle of 3 and 4, it's heating up at the Lucas Oil Speedway. And Trevor Drake to the top spot of that Allen Auto Sports chassis number 7.
And Drake going to get credit for leading that lap, but we got problems near the back end of the field. The 510 of King, as well as a couple others all stacked up. And here it is, Trenton on the big video board. Oh, maybe not. Not this caution. Not this caution. Here we go. I love it. That's funny. You gotta love Steve Harvey.
Okay, you're it.
I had to watch that.
Yeah, that's funny. Come on now. That's funny.
Hey,
that's what video boards are made for.
I just put it like this. You say so, bud.
All right. I find it quite hilarious.
I'd hate to find something that's really funny to him, right, Trenton?
Yeah.
I'm just.
All right.
Oh, I'm up here tickling him a little bit.
Okay. All right, you guys.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're having fun.
Yeah.
How about Trevor Drake, man? He just put the muscle down on the Lucas Oil Speedway. He got 2 for the price of 1 as Houghton. They went 3 wide on the entry to 3 there just as the caution came out.
I can tell you what I'm getting ready to do after these races are over.
Yeah.
If Todd can get tomorrow night's final checkered flag, not rain shortened, not weather shortened, not, hey, we're shortened for any reason, but the finality of tomorrow night's program before midnight, I'm going to give him $100.
Oh.
I'm going to hand him a $100 bill if he can get tomorrow night's program done before midnight.
All right. Well,
Hey,
So-
hey, man.
Pass that along.
Casey Schumann already said easy money. He wants you to double down. He wants a $100 bill too.
Hey,
Hey, I don't know. I'll tell you this. I don't know if the old man can get her done still.
hey, the dude was a pretty good open wheel shoe. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen him on Jack Slash a few times.
No. We're talking about El Presidente.
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right.
The Dave Portnoy of dirt tracks.
El Presidente here.
All right.
We're leaving
Yeah.
Schumann out of
I
this.
thought we were talking
Oh.
about Schumann up
See,
here.
I tried to get you
Yeah.
another 100, Schumann, but
Hey.
you know.
Schumann's out of this. This is Todd Staley only.
Sorry to set you up
Todd
for failure.
Staley only. Okay, all right.
Hey, I tell you what though, Trent. Look, this is the one way to look at it. If we didn't have that hour-long break that we did not expect to have, it would truly be 10:45 right now, and I think we would be done by 12. That's just me. I think we'd be done by 12 tonight.
Realistically, I would agree with that, actually. So, I mean, all things considered, given the situation at hand, really
And we added a
not
class
doing too
tonight.
bad. Yeah, not doing too bad tonight. But we're adding 4 cylinders tomorrow, and there's a whole bucket load of them. So I get where Trenton's coming from.
Well, I know one of them that's not going to be here. He just sent me a message. Justin Converse drives a C49 tuner. He said he's been to the last 3 nationals here at Lucas Oil. He said he wasn't, unfortunately, not able to make it this weekend, but he just reached out, said he's watching live on Racing Dirt, said he wishes he could be here.
Well, we wish he could be here as well as the B-Mod field has restacked and rolls off at turn number 4. Green lights back on. Trevor Drake brings him back down the front straightaway.
Trevor Drake looking awfully sporty here to the first couple of trips of this one. Let's see if he can hold on to it. He's got that 7-0 Allen Auto Sports race car digging right around the middle of the 3 wide momentarily the midpoint of the back straightaway. 57 of Clancy. They just split the in and outs of Harris, relegated him back to 4th. Harris having all kind of problems getting through 3 and off of 4. Hovden still ripping the lip. Eric off of 4. Good racing all throughout this field.
Absolutely, Trevor Drake in control. Out in front, the 57 of Clancy, though, quickly on the backside of the 7L. Hovden runs in 3rd down. Colson Kirk's inside the top 5. He rides around in 4th. Here comes Casey Mullen after the 07 of Harris. Harris looking at possibly being outside of the top 5 here in short order.
Trevor Drake rolling right around the bottom of the Lucas Oil Speedway, searching the moisture. If he does what he just did the next time, 57 is going to make him pay for it. Had a little bit of a slight slip of the grip right there, but the 57 of Clancy is absolutely glued right now around the bottom. Look at him go. He'll force the gap down to the bottom. He'll take over the race lead. Your new race leader underneath the fully equipment flag stand goes to the 57 of Chad Clancy.
Yeah, I think the 57 of Clancy found some room that Trevor Drake didn't realize was there because you couldn't have fit a sheet of paper between those 2 race cars and the skidder tire there on the infield. As Clancy off of turn number 4 opens up the lead this time by 6 in, 14 to go.
And I think that may be his experience at this racetrack as well. Just really, really good here. The 57 now marching away from a 1 second lead the last time by underneath the flag stand. Now a contested battle for 3rd. The 55 of Colson Kirk rising to the occasion.
Well, and you got to imagine for the 57 of Clancy after being ganged up on by the Carrick Racing Camp, you got to imagine he wants a little bit of redemption tonight. Right now, out front running away from the 7L of Trevor Drake. He just might find it as he continues to lead. While on your screen at home, we're watching the 76 of Casey Mullen, the 07 of Harris continue to argue over about the 6th spot.
Right there.
Problems into turns 3 and 4. The 6 of Taylor will hop the 76 of Mullen. And we are under caution once again.
Eric,
Yeah.
you and I ever raised any money live on TV?
We've done it a couple of times, yeah.
So we could liken that to a telethon, but we're going to call this one a Todathon.
A Todathon, okay.
Derek Vanderbrink sent me a text. He's going to match the bet. We're up to $200.
Oh, okay.
Todd does not get to cut laps, and he does not get to start a single feature in the rubber.
All right.
So, a couple caveats. Standard lap distance, no early start time, no features start in the rubber. So
the Todd-a-thon is on. Currently up to $200.
The Friday night Todd-a-thon is in full effect. It's at $200. Man, and if I have to bet on it, I bet you we're probably not done there.
Well, here's that contact between Mullen and the 6T Taylor there. It made a little, I don't know, 76 kind of made a lane change right there. Didn't turn his blinker on, and well, they just met. It was just a meeting of the minds right there, and we've seen that a time or two in dirt track racing. Guys occupying the same amount of real estate, and that's how the cookie crumbles there.
There we go. FK Rod instant replay. Once again, we're looking at the turns 1 and 2 into the racetrack. There's Casey Mullen in that 76. The 6 of Taylor tries to work underneath him, and Taylor just had to run into 3. Mullen tried to come to the bottom of the racetrack, and he said, ran out of real estate there.
He said, "Will you let me in?" 76 tried to make it. He said, "No, I will not. Matter of fact, I don't appreciate it too much, and I'm going to drive her off in here and give you a shot in the shorts."
Well, there you go. 8 of 20 laps in the books.
Hey, Trenton.
Fire.
Is the Chiefs still the Chiefs? Is the Chiefs still the Chiefs?
I'm not real sure. I mean, they won.
Well, if they would have won, if they'd have lost last week, though, it'd have been 1-3. I mean, are they back? I mean, I know we're at a dirt track. Are they back? I mean, is the offense going to be okay?
We're not going to.
Okay.
I'm not going to give them that much credit. No.
Okay.
No,
All right.
I'm not.
Okay.
And I don't want to be that scorned, disgruntled.
I get it.
Fan, but I mean, hey, that's the first exciting game that offense has had in about 2.5 seasons.
No doubt. I mean,
so
you get some of your weapons back, and yeah, y'all will be good. Just thought I'd ask that off top here while we had a couple of moments here.
I'm not ready to give him that much credit yet.
Well, Joe Inman disagrees. He's up here and just said, tell Trenton he's wrong. Chiefs are going all the way again this year. All the way.
There we go. Hey, imagine Todd's got it all together tomorrow. I could get my $100 back right there.
So here we go. We got this field ready to re-rack and restack, and we're about ready to go. We'll drop the hammer here with Chad Clancy, your race leader. Had a 1.76 second lead, and that has all been extinguished here. And he'll have Trevor Drake and Dan Hovden hot on his heels when we go back to the green flag the next time by.
So field is stacked in 2x2 formation. The 57 of Clancy, your current leader, with 12 laps to go. Trevor Drake, Dan Hovden, Colson Kirk, Daniel Harris, your current top 5. Now Casey Mullen back up there as well, as caution being deemed not his fault. The 6 of Taylor being sent to the tail of the field. Caution lights go out. And Clancy brings the field off of turn number 4. Nearly stacked them up off of turn 4 as everybody else behind him got a little antsy. We'll go through turns 1 and 2. See if we can stay clean and green. We can't.
No, we cannot.
No, there's the 32, the 1X, and the 88. The 32 of Lane New, I believe.
Yeah, that's New, and the 1X, I believe that's Shadron Turner right there. Those kind of things happen. You get kind of mired back there in traffic, man. It is sometimes difficult to get just get stacked up there. As you can see, Turner had nowhere to go once the 32 car got turned right in front of him. So last night's winner, Shadron Turner, will have some nose damage here. Assuming all 4s are still inflated, we'll see if he can continue. Down to you, Trenton.
Hey, I'm going to say one thing here. I'm not real sure what's happened where we've just kind of this weekend, or maybe it's happened a little more. I don't really know, but we've kind of like normalized Evel Knievel through the infield.
Right.
And I'm just going to tell you, to everybody that's pitted back in that pit area, that is not a becoming characteristic. Please do not be that person, because there are a lot of people around here in this infield that would like to go home and see their families and be back here tomorrow night.
100%.
100% agree with that.
Just to kind of lighten the mood a little bit, because Absolutely. I actually harped on this a few weeks ago at Rocket, as a matter of fact, because there was guys that were hauling tilt to the infield all night. They almost hit one of our infield reporters that night, and we had to go have a talk with them because, I agree with you. Same exact assessment where it's like, okay, let's be realistic here. Let's just don't go bahaing through the infield to make it back out on the racetrack, right? It's sometimes can be a little silly there. So, but lighthearted. One night, similar deal. We had a monster truck show at Super B Speedway in Chatham, Louisiana one weekend, right? This is back in 2013, right? Ryan Burke races factory stocks, lost the handle of his car. They still had the jumps in the infield set up, okay? So Burke loses the handle or gets spun. He stays in the gas, drag races through the infield to get back into turn number one. I'm telling you, he hits that jump square. I have never seen a stock car catch so much air. Just pure pandemonium. I don't even know to find the words to describe it, but it was one of the craziest things I have ever seen at a racetrack, watching a stock car hit a ramp and fly it. I don't even know how high in the air he got, but you could imagine, paint that picture in your head, seeing a stock car hit a monster truck jump in the middle of a track in the middle of a race that's going on.
So that actually gives me an idea, Trent. How about we just put monster truck jumps on the inside of all the racetracks, right around the edge of the inside of the racetrack, and if a car happens to run through the infield, they're going to pay for it.
Well, they all say you have monster truck tires out there anyway. I don't know.
It could be entertaining.
And again, like I like this lighthearted nature, but in all seriousness, like I don't want to be hey, the old guy, get off my lawn. But it's just like,
I know,
man, a couple seconds of discretion. Like, let's put that helmet fire out that's happened here real quick. Let's use our brain. Let's realize that there's bigger things than going from 17th to 15th, and figure out that we can live to fight another day here.
Yep, I would absolutely agree. So, as we continue to try to get the accident scene at the bottom of turns 1 and 2 cleaned up, the one of Shadron Turner looks like he's going to continue.
So we have 8 laps scored. We'll have 12 laps to go here, 20 laps the distance here in your night number 2 USRA B-Mod main event. As Trevor Drake led early here, led about 3 or 4 laps before Clancy was able to muster his way by right there around the bottom. It was an impressive move for the 57 of Clancy to sidestep Drake, relegate him to second. Hovden has just not really had a shot just yet. I don't think we've had a long enough set of green flag laps contested here to really find out who's got the baddest hot rod of the bunch. It appears early that it may very well be the 57 of Clancy, but we've still got 12 laps to settle it.
Well, they're all working the bottom. Most of them are working the bottom of the racetrack right now. Hovden's largely been married to the top side of the speedway. We saw that in the hobby stock event, not necessarily work out for the 6 of Gulbranson. So kind of wonder if it might, hopefully the track maybe start to clean off or change a little bit, because Hovden certainly hasn't gone backwards like the 6 of Gulbranson did in the last feature, but unfortunately not able to go forward either.
Yeah, certainly hoping the racetrack holds up here for these next few. I mean, it appears that it will, but man, that moisture strip down on the bottom in each set of corners is certainly where these B-Mods like to be right now. And you'll see that too out of the B-Mods, man. They like to be tractioned up and digging on that right rear.
Lane New going to make his way back to the pit area. And the track officials let these guys know that we're going to double up. This is the last time we're going to try a double file feature for this A main. Ryan Staley reminding these guys it's only Thursday night, a lot of racing left. Let's try to make it through the rest of the weekend without tearing anything up tonight. A lot less work to do on their race cars if we can get through this one clean and green the rest of the way. And off of turn number 4, Chad Clancy going to bring us back to it.
Clancy punches his ticket into one with the field in tow. He'll lead them in the 57C car. Off of 2 down the back straightaway. Drake in the 18 of Hovden down the back straightaway. Get these numbers right eventually. He's actually 16 there.
Nearly 4 wide down the back straightaway at about the midpoint of the pack. Here comes Shadron Turner right now. Turner from the back up to 9th, so we'll keep an eye on his march to the front of the field, but it's still Chad Clancy out in front, 55 of Colson Kirk. He's taking over the second spot. There's Chris Jackson in third. He works to the inside of Hovden. Hovden back to 4th.
Well, Colson Kirk just quickly jumped up to the second spot of the double nickel car. He's got it working pretty well right now. But Chris Jackson right now is driven his way up the third. The Rubel Racing engine-powered White's Marine Center number 65 J2 race car. Then the most dominant force at this racetrack, you'd say, over the last about the last 10 years here in this B-Mod Class 65 rolls to second. Here comes Jackson.
Yeah, and then going to show Colson Kirk how to make his way around this racetrack. And as he just rolled right underneath the 55, drove right on by him, now opens up a two-car length lead back into turns 1 and 2. Clancy, though, out front all alone by himself as he completes lap number 12.
So the last time by, Clancy turned an 18.6. This time he turns an 18.8, and Chris Jackson turns a 19 flat. So Clancy still is 2/10 quicker right now than Chris Jackson. I was interested to see what the lap times for Jackson looked like once he got clearance over the 55 of Kirk and got into more clean air. But we'll see what it looks like this time, as Clancy this time turns an 18.8. Chris Jackson, again, a 19.2, man. 4/10 quicker this time for Clancy, man. He is hooked up tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned Shadron Turner a moment ago as a guy running from the back of the field up front. How about Ryan Gilmore up to the 8th spot as well? So both of those guys trying to come through the field here. Gilmore right behind the 8S of John Sheets. A large majority of the field working the bottom of the racetrack. You got a few guys up top on the speedway, but for the most part, most of your top 10, other than Van Hovden, all around the bottom rung of the speedway.
Yeah, you mentioned the Gillimonster. He's passed a lot of cars tonight. He's up to 8th right now. Maybe the hard charger started 23rd here on this one to the number 66. That's all he's done all weekend long is pass race cars, and the next driver on the hit list will be the 8S of John Sheets, and we know that's not an easy task, more of a tall one anyway. So he'll roll into one. Sheets slips up. Here comes Gilmore. We'll keep an eye on that battle back here as they're on the heels of the 510 of King and Hovden right there in front of them.
Continues to roll around the racetrack. Here comes Ryan Gilmore on your screen, right on the backside of the 8S Sheets. Dan Hovden and Cody King side by side in front of them. Now Gilmore going to dial up the top side of the speedway, see what's up there. Sheets got a better run off of turn number 2. He's going to pull out by 2 car lengths. Now we're side by side for 5th. Is Cody King trying to take it away from Hovden.
Yeah, not missing anything, race fans, inside of the top 4. As you see Cody King, he's worked his way and executed well from 15th and route up to 6th. Much better run tonight. We interviewed Cody a little bit earlier this afternoon, and he said, man, anything tonight would be better than last night. And his confidence was still up there, and his head was held high. And a really good run here tonight for the Fanshawe, Oklahoma native, as King will work his way to the inside of the national point leader. Hovden moved Cody King one spot closer to the front. He's up to 5th now.
And Gilmore might have just found something interesting. He diamond cut the corner last time off of 1 and 2. Got a really good run on Sheets and drove right on by. Now going back to the bottom of the racetrack as Hovden's up top. This time by, we come to the white flag. It's the Hochatown Salute last call as your leader, Chad Clancy, works off of turn 2.
Setting sights in the turn number 3. Jackson rolled the second. Kirk third. Drake and Cody King, your top 5. But entering turn 3 and off of 4 to the checkered flag. Night number 2 of the USRA Nationals for the B-Mod goes to Chad Clancy at 57C.
Chad Clancy picks up the win. Chris Jackson, Colson Kirk, Trevor Drake are your top 4 by the line. Cody King holds on to 5th. Ryan Gilmore up to 6th on the final lap. Dan Hovden, John Sheets, Casey Mullen, Shadron Turner round out the top 10.